Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another couch video. Body game and stroke recovery. Yeah! Now, people have been following me and actually listening. No, I talked about I had a stroke back in October. I had a stroke back in October. I'm in a recovery mode. Oh, yeah. And part of the recovery mode is uh, occupational and physical therapy. Just the therapy period. It's mostly physical. When anything magic or eating a certain thing or anything like that. Because when you have a stroke, okay, you can have a stroke that's really messing with your brain. Now that's a little tougher. And even with that, one of the things they did when I was in the hospital, every single time a nurse would come up, I had to read something. They would have me read something, look at something. And I say most of the time I was able to do so. But also I had to do occupational therapy. I had to do stuff with my hands. And then the main thing was just walking, period. That's major. And I would say, as I've said before in a video, um, when I had the stroke, I couldn't really get out of bed. I had to have nurses help me up just to take a shit. But now I can walk without a cane or walk around my house, and even out in public some. I carry a cane just more for safety though. I still walk with a cane, but I don't have to. A lot of times I might just pick it up, walk a few feet. Cause I would say I'm about 85%, not 100%. But I gotta keep practicing. See, that's part of body game. See, body game ain't about being some aesthetic muscular person. I've said that before in videos. I said, yeah, you got extreme body games, might be in a bodybuilder, cutting up, watching all of that. But nah, it's just walking, period. Like when I was at a rehab center, one of the things that they had me doing was walking up and down the hall. And I thought about this video because I happened to see somebody's video page on IG. She was a stroke survivor. She had a couple of videos of her like trying to walk up the steps and stuff. And that's important. Hey, people take all that for granted, but that's major. Because I said before, at first, I wondered if I was going to have like get a bed just for this floor right here. Somehow get home, somehow get up the steps. I'd have had to have my sons help me up and then do everything on this floor. I got a bathroom on this floor, so I could do everything. But one of the main things in therapy was just practicing the steps. They made sure, seriously, several of the therapists did. They made sure I could walk up and down the steps they had in their little what we call the gym and everything. Anybody who's been in therapy know they'll have like some steps to walk up. And ain't like a big thing, but if you got trouble walking up one or two, you have trouble. But that's body game. And that's a lot of stuff. And then just doing different exercises and everything. In fact, wait, hold on a second. All right, basics. I mean, like the basics I'm doing, like one of the things is having this on around my ankles and walking around or just doing like leg lifts and stuff like that just with these. But that's very important. That's very important because therapists, and these are just 10 pounds. These are actually heavier than what I had at the rehab. But that was very important. Then there was a little exercise bike there. And then, and these are light. Well, these are heavier than what they gave me. These are just 10 pound each. But, I had to do this out. And also this. And it's ironic because it was the same stuff I was usually doing at the gym. It was the same stuff anyway. That's I find that funny because every now and then I still get somebody say, hey, well, you gonna stop doing body game and all of that? Shut the fuck up. Because if I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't even be able to drive or anything. You know, this was to get the coordination back and everything. And I can do heavier than that, but I'm just starting off slow. But that was part of the therapy and everything. Because that's one thing with the stroke, that's the main thing. In fact, I remember at the gym, there was an older guy who was coming in with a cane. He'd always get in the pool. I remember one of the physical therapists said, when I go back to my particular gym, I could like get in the pool to help with balance. Because I was saying earlier, you got the one that you have maybe problems thinking, but that wasn't my issue. My issue was pure physical. So it was like I had to just strengthen the muscles all the way around. Even something else, but I'm gonna wait till later to tell y'all this other thing I had to strengthen. But that's the thing. That's the thing. And that's if you like in some type of stroke recovery, or maybe you had a heart attack or something, you still gotta do the work. In fact, I think there was a gentleman at the rehab. Looking at his legs, I think he was dealing with diabetes, so he was in there. He was doing the occupational therapy and everything, because it's all about getting your body right. That's what I'm saying. And even beyond getting women, you need to really be in basic shape just to get shit done. You still got to walk around. You still got to do stuff. You still got to move around. Unless you have a job, you could be totally sedentary. And even if you have that, you really should work out more. Because I was looking at this. Like when I wasn't as strong, I had trouble just doing these basic videos, driving around, everything. So I'm still building just to do basics. Now I can record several of these videos in a day and everything, and don't have the same weakness I might have had a few weeks ago. I can drive my car around. Okay, let me use that for an example, just something as simple as driving. And Miss Angel, if she ever get time to come back on here, I'll just say she's busy with the job. But she'll tell you, she was riding with me first time I drove my car after a while. And there were a couple times I almost ran up on a curb and was making some turns. So I had to get the strength just to like drive that correctly. I had to just be in basic shape just to make sure I was driving that correctly. See, that's the thing. And then doing stuff, picking up stuff, and even when I said something about the steps. See, now I can halfway run up and down the steps now. I remember the time when I first got home, I had to go up the steps like literally one at a time. Step on one step, bring the other foot up, then step on the next step, bring it up. Now I can walk up and down with the same speed I used to. Don't always have to use the rail either. But once again, body game, practice. So it's like for anybody out there, if you're going through something, first of all, find a good therapist, find a good physical therapist. And anybody who's been in physical therapy, you go to one of their offices, it looked like a little mini gym in there. They'll have the weights, maybe some exercise bikes if they're more fancy and everything. And they'll have, like the therapist, they'll have like this thing, I don't know what it's called, but they'll put it around your waist, a strap. Just a strap. They'll put it around, I don't know what the official name is, just call it a strap. And they'll walk with you. That's how deep it is, and of course everybody, they associate body game with women, but like I said, your main relationship is with yourself. You want to be in the good physical shape. So, anyway, that's all I have for now, y'all. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.